My name is Sandeep Bhatia, Assistant Professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering at Rajkumar Goyal Institute of Technology, Ghaziabad. So, in a series of lectures delivering for a subject Microcontroller and Embedded Systems Design having code KEC 061, what we have covered, we have completed our unit number 1st, 2nd and 3rd. So, from this lecture I am going to start unit number 4. Unit number 4 is all about the Internet of Things. So, its name is Introduction to the Internet of Things. Today we will learn the concept and key elements of IoT. So, these are the table of contents that we will complete in this lecture, that is Introduction to IoT. IoT means Internet of Things. We will learn the basic concept of IoT. After that we will see the concept of IoT and understand the key elements of an IoT device. What are the various key elements found in any IoT device. After that we will see the Internet of Things building blocks. What are the basic building blocks of Internet of Things we will see in this lecture. After that we will see the typical IoT components required to run any embedded device we will see in this lecture, and the last is the applications of IoT. So, these are the table of contents that we will cover in this lecture. So, first question arises Internet of Things. There are two terms here. Introduction to IoT means Internet of Things. So, there are two terms here. First is the Internet and the second is the things. So, first we will talk about the Internet. So, Internet of Things has been with us for a while. It is basically the thing which is going to connect the people. So, basically Internet is like a digital fabric which is woven into the lives of human being. So, there is another Internet arising which is again going to poison the world again, that is the Internet of Things. It is not about connecting the people, it is basically connecting the things. Things basically we can say that it is like a machines. So, Internet of Things is the connection between the machine to the another machine, and all are connected via a Internet. So, let us take some example before going into depth of the IoT. Let us consider a John, CEO of any company, reputed company. It is going for a meeting and through the car to a nearby town. So, what he is doing? He is going to his company for a meeting through his car. So, in between his trip, a message popped up on his mobile screen, informing that the volume of a petrol remaining will not be sufficient given the distance to be travelled. So, John getting the message that his fuel is run out. So, he was given the details of a nearby petrol station. Automatically, John getting the details of nearby petrol station and the distance of the next petrol station from his car. So, through a message he is getting in his screen, he is getting the details of fuel, that is less fuel, and he is getting the details of nearby petrol station. How is all the things carry out? This is all possible through the Internet of Things. He is automatically getting the messages, automatically getting the details through the IoT. Here is the concept of IoT lies. So, answer lies in the Internet of Things. So, this is a powerful term which is a platform where we connect everyday things embedded with the electronic software and sensors to the Internet, enabling it to collect and exchange data. So, automation, the things we are getting automatically, all are possible through the Internet of Things. So, let us start with some more details introduction of IoT. The Internet of Things is the network of physical objects. What do you mean by the network of physical objects? Physical means which can be seen, which can be realized. Okay. For example, it is like a hardware which consists of sensors, microcontrollers, etc. So, physical objects means that has to be deployed somewhere. So, physical objects or objects we can say are also a things, or we can say it is like a machines which are embedded with electronics. Embedded with electronics means they are integrated with some electronics techniques software, because to run a hardware we need software to execute, sensors and networks connectivity which enables these objects to collect and exchange data. So, what is going here? Internet of Things basically a network of physical objects. Physical objects, we can say these are the machines, these are the objects, all are connected to each other through a some cloud computing. So, basically what is going here, all the devices are connected with each other through the internet. So, that is called the Internet of Things. It is basically the connection between the things, not the human beings. Okay. So, a thing in the context, things means the Internet of Things, things means it is an entity or physical object that has a unique identifier. So, whatever the objects are connected to in the Internet of Things all have a unique identification, unique identifier. So, from that unique identification ID, one device is capable to connect or recognize the another device. Okay? Because there are millions or billions of devices connected nowadays. So, an embedded system and the ability to transfer data over a network. So, in this diagram you can see that there are lot of millions of devices, lot of devices like from the aeroplane, smart TVs, cars, fans, mobile phones, shoes, cooker, bulb, fridge, washing machines, we can say it is a lamp, kettle or a bucket, all are connected through the central hub cloud station. All have a connectivity. Here you can see there is 3 lines because there is a connectivity in between all, and all are connected through a central networks, and all are capable to exchange data with each other here. So, we are not limited to these applications. There are numerous types of lot of millions of devices connected nowadays. So, all devices become smart devices by the using the concept of IoT. Why it is called smart devices? Because it is capable to automate the things. So, it is automatically able to identify the which type of devices we are able to connect. So, that is why it is called a smart devices. After that we will see more about the introduction to IoT. So, a computing concept, we will go to some more definitions, more into depth of the IoT. A computing concept that is based on taking an effective decision based on the physical objects being connected to the internet and analysis of information from obtained from them. So, what is going here? Basically Internet of Things, the devices we are used in IoT is capable to take effective decision because they are intelligent enough to getting data and provide to the user. And all the physical objects are connected to the internet, and we can analyze, we can do data analytics by using the that information which are getting through the sensors, or we can say that the devices which are used in the IoT. So, in this diagram you can say that basically IoT is anytime communication, any place communication, anything communication. Anytime communication means that it can happen 24 hours, that is on the night, daytime, on the move, we can use anytime communication. We are not limited to okay, these are used in daytime. Okay. Any place communication means we can use in the indoor, away from the computer, outdoor environment, at the computer, we can use everywhere, any place communication. Anything communication means we are capable to connect machines, one machine to another machine. We are capable to connect a human to another human using a computer, and we are able to connect a human to things using generic equipment like sensor, etc. Computers, and the thing to thing, things and to things. These are happening here, that is machine to machine communication. Okay. So, IoT, in IoT the devices we are deployed are intelligent enough so that they are getting the data, and data analytics can be done at the user end. Okay. So, we are talking about any place communication. Any place communication means that in smart agriculture means we can use here. What is the meaning of smart agriculture? Smart agriculture means we can enhance the productivity, crop yield of any agricultural land by using some smart techniques, like we can use IoT concept, WSN concept. We can deploy the many sensors into the field that is capable to getting the to collect the data and provide to the user, so that user can analyze this data and provide some information to the farmers, so that farmers can enhance their productivity. Okay. Environment monitoring and forecasting, for forecasting purpose, weather monitoring, etc. We can use IoT. In vehicular automation and smart transportation. Smart transportation means transportation which is which is using the concept of IoT. So in transportation, like if there is any jam, if there is any data needed in between the transportation, all are carried out through IoT. In healthcare and wellness, healthcare sectors, we can use embedded pills, we can use wearable devices for the monitoring of the health. We can use in home buildings and industrial automation. Industrial automation right now using the concept of IoT. So any place communication, you can deploy IoT devices anywhere. You can use the concept of IoT anywhere. So here you can see the various pics: smart agriculture, forest, land. You can detect if there is any fire taking place in any forest. So you can deploy the sensors in between the trees. So if there is any fire happen, then that devices are capable, that sensors are capable to provide the information to the local station, so that the fire can be we can this can be, the solution can be provided by the use of IoT. Okay. So you can deploy anywhere. So in a simple way, we can say that IoT involves extended internet connectivity. We can extend the internet connectivity beyond standard devices. Traditionally, we are using the concept of things only, but that devices are not capable to exchange information between them. So such as the desktop, laptop, smartphones and tablets, to any range of traditionally dumb, whatever the devices we have dumb that are capable to connect with each other, like a smart shoes. We are wearing the shoes, but that are not smart. Smart shoes means which is the shoes which is carrying the sensors. They can provide our detail, like how many number of steps you had taken, how many steps, or it is connected to our health also. Okay. So or non-internet enabled devices, the devices which has not internet connectivity. In IoT, we are providing the internet connectivity. Embedded with technology, these devices can able to communicate and interact over the internet, and they can be remotely monitored and controlled via station. So all the devices we are using here, they are connected with each other. They can be remotely monitored by the equipments. Okay. So in the enterprise, for example, let us take an example. In an enterprise, we are using the smart sensors, so that according to the temperature, according to the brightness, the PPT, we are using PPT, it can be dim or it can be dark based upon the environmental conditions. These are smart enough. We are not using manual approach to adjust the brightness of a PPT. So in an enterprise, if anyone enters into the conference room, the lights will on and off in the IoT system. Okay. But without IoT, you are manually controlling the things. So we can say that in an interview room, if anyone going to deliver its interview in front of the company, so if he's using the PPT, okay, the PPT will adjust according to the lights on and off. How it is possible? It is possible through the concept of IoT. Here it is mentioning temperature will adjust according to the occupancy, and the lights will dim as the appropriate PowerPoint loads on the screen and the speaker begins his presentation. So how it is possible? It is possible by using the concept of IoT. So let us take with the more detail of the IoT. We will learn about the describe the concept of IoT. We will clear the some concept of IoT. We have only seen its introduction now. And understand the key elements of an IoT device. What are the various types of key elements we can use in any IoT based system? So IoT, we have seen that Internet of Things is a term refers to a world. It is a world in which large range of objects are addressable via the network. So we have seen in the previous slide that in IoT, large range of devices, it is like a world in which millions of billions of devices are connected with each other, and they are able to communicate in between them by using the internet. By using the internet, we can say a cloud computing concept. We will see in our further lectures. So all are addressable via the networks. So objects, we are talking about the things or objects. What type of objects include smart buildings and home appliances. For example, washing machines, TV, fridge, cookers, all are using the IoT concept. These are the embedded devices, and these embedded devices uh, are communicating with each other through the IoT. Smart buildings, what is the meaning of the smart buildings? Buildings which is using the concept of IoT, like smart lighting system, smart kitchen, smart washrooms, etc. Okay. Civil engineering structure, for example, bridges. If anyone going to the if any vehicles, we can use count the number of vehicles passing through the bridges in particular time by using the IoT device. We can deploy cameras, and all these cameras are connected in the real time to the servers. Okay. In railways, we can track if anyone in the vicinity of the train. In Delhi, you can see that metro stations, metros are basically driverless. Driverless concept is basically arise from the IoT. Driverless car system. It is basically IoT based device. We can track the monitor or track the devices by using the IoT. Okay. So wearable devices, the devices which are we are wearing, like smart watches, they can track our health record. And smart watches, smart glasses adjust according to the environment, and these glasses are able to identify our eye positions. Okay. Rings, smart clothes, smart wearables, smart jackets, numerous devices. Medical devices, for example, embedded pills. Embedded pills means the pills which we have inserted into our stomach, which can provide the information about our health. In traditionally, what we are doing, if there is any health issue, we are going to the doctor, and doctor will give us a medicine. But if we are using the IoT concept, embedded pills are integrated into the human being. Embedded means they are integrated into a human being stomach, and they are providing the data if there is any abnormality in the human being. Okay. Medical devices, we are using it, and possibly everything in the world, all are devices connected with the IoT. So why IoT? Why we need IoT? Because to the devices which we have done traditionally, they are smart, intelligent enough by using the IoT. So items that can have more functionality and become more intelligent by the use of IoT. The devices we are connected with each other, they are intelligent and provide more functionality. Items can be managed in an easier way. By using the easier way, the items, the things we are using in IoT, they are easy functional, more intelligent and easier to carry. More information become available by using the IoT. So here you can see that this is chip number 1, that is larger chip, smaller chip, and more smaller chip. So what is going from here? The chips which are large enough, day by day miniaturization is there. Chips is getting small and small by using the IoT, because chips are getting small and small, and more devices, more number of chips, more number of transistors are integrated in the chips, and more functionalities are provided by that chips. So from here you can see that the chip size is getting reduced. Okay. And more functionalities is increased, and the cost is also decreased. Traditionally, we can integrate 100 to 200 transistor in a chip. Nowadays, billions of millions of transistor can be integrated into a chip, and more functionality is increasing. Okay. Cost is reduced. Okay. They are capable, smartness is increased. Okay. So we can say that embedded chips are becoming cheaper, smaller, lower power. Smaller chips have lower power consumption. They are capable to provide low power consumption, low cost, and communication is becoming faster. We can we can enhance communication techniques by using the IoT device. Okay. So this is the building block of IoT, Internet of Things building blocks. What are the various building blocks? First one, here you can see that 4 types of building blocks. First is the devices, second is the connectivity, the communication done through these devices. Third is the cloud computing, that is the storage. because we are getting the data, it need to store somewhere, and the last one is the application. So there are four types of building blocks in IoT device. So first is the devices. What is the devices? Devices which is able to directly connect with the environment. We are using devices that become more smart. So here you can see smart cars, vehicles, smartphones, all are the devices, and these devices connect with the storage devices. We are getting the data and storage into the via connectivity, because the data can be transferred from here to devices to our cloud computing by using the some connectivity devices like Bluetooth, wireless connections, Ethernet, Wi-Fi, etc. Okay, and there is a set of protocols. Protocols are designed so that the data can be communicate with the or store to the cloud effectively. So there are REST API. REST means the basically application protocols. Okay, MQTT, message queue telemetry transport protocol. It is basically a subscriber broker based protocols. So these are the protocols through which we can effectively communicate the devices with the storage, with the in the computing devices. Okay, we have a constrained application protocol. Okay, we have a custom means we can customize the devices according to our needs. So the devices, the data which are coming from these devices to the through some protocols, it is again going into some memory devices. Rules engine means we are using some protocols and standards here, and these finally these data is going for data analytics. Here we are using data analytics by using the computers who is carrying through, persons are carrying. Okay. So let us start with our topic, typical IoT components. What are the various types of typical IoT components? In IoT basically there are three categorization of components. First one is the sensor, you can see here. Second one is the connectivity, and third one is the people and process. So why sensor and actuators are in a first position? Because in IoT we are deploying hardware, and in the hardware first phase there are sensors, because we need to collect the data from the environment. We are deploying the IoT devices, and how the data from the environment can be getting, we are getting the data through the sensors. So what is the sensors doing? They are getting the analog data from the environment like pressure, humidity, etc. And these type of data is converted into the electrical, like in electrical quantity in terms of voltage and current. So sensors, through sensors we are getting the data, and actuators in the another form. Actuator means that the electrical and energy is used converted into a mechanical one. Okay. So in the first phase we are deploying the sensors, we are getting the data from the sensors, and these data is going into the people and process through some connectivity. Here is the we are talking about the wireless connectivity like Wi-Fi, Ethernet, LoRaWAN, etc. And finally this data are going into the people and process for data analytics. So what we sensors plus connectivity plus people plus process, it is equals to IoT. So the interactions between these entities are creating new types of smart appliances and services. Okay. So there are three types of combination: sensor, connectivity, people and process. So sensor means we have already seen that various types of sensors. Camera is also a sensor, microphones, soil sensor, humidity sensor, from where we are getting the data. Here numerous sensors are here for temperature sensor, humidity moisture sensor, caustic sensor, chemical sensor, force load sensor, leak acceleration sensor, numerous sensors. So sensors are basically a digital nervous system, and it is used to collect the data from the environment. And second one is the connectivity. Connectivity range from the there are various wireless technologies available like Bluetooth, Zigbee, 6 LoRaWAN, near field communication, NFC, RFID, radio frequency identification system, all are using the IPv4 technology, Wi-Fi, and we are increasing the range of devices. So here you can see that we are increasing the range up to the satellite. This is the satellite. So we can connect with the space station through the internet. All the space stations are real time, they are connecting with the earth. So we are going to increase the range of the devices. Devices are increasing as compared to a human being. So personal area network, all our devices connected through some protocols, through device, some techniques, metropolitan area network, wide area network, local area network, etc. and after that there is a people and process. People in process, finally whatever data we are getting, it is used again going to the some human being, so that human can customize that data, can analyze that data to get the useful information. So we are using the data to provide to the people for location tracking, financial purposes. It can use mobile devices and apps we can use, security, energy, supply chain management. Currently here you can see that drones are used in e-commerce to provide the data, provide any delivery to the clients. Okay, smart drones are used, control and automation, smart vehicles, upgradation we can use, data analytics and cloud computing, customers relations, all are using the concept of IoT. So data, people, process and system for better decision making. Okay, so connectivity plus sensors plus people plus process, it is equals to the IoT. IoT consists of these typical components. So here you can see sensors, actuators. We have already seen that these are the typical IoT components. Communication, wireless, servers, because internet is needed to connect the devices. Data analytics is done at the server end. It is carried out by the user. And applications, lot of applications we are using IoT. So sensor, actuators, communication, servers, middleware platform, data analytics engines, apps like iOS. iOS is used in the Apple, and rest of the mobile phones using the Android devices. Web means HTTP protocols are connected to the IoT. So in our last slide, we will see the applications of IoT. Already we have seen that there are a lot of applications of IoT. We are not limited to these 10. Smart homes. In homes, we are using smart LEDs, smart lights, smart wearables, health devices, which can provide information of the health. Smart cities, smart grids, industrial internet, connected cars. Car are using the concept of IoT, connected health, smart retail, smart supply chain, like we have seen that drones are capable to provide the object to the human being. Smart farming, that is a smart irrigation, smart agriculture, many more, lot of devices we are using IoT. This is image taken from dataflare.com. So thank you everyone for your patience. In the upcoming lectures, we will see more about the IoT. Thank you everyone.